Hey guys, it's Anna and welcome to my channel. So, Anastasia Beverly Hills, one of my favorite brands. Like, you guys know, subscribers, how obsessed I am. I feel like I own most of her brand. It's a little ridiculous. I collect her products. So Anastasia just released her new summer collection and I've been dying to review it for you guys. Here's a little sneak peek. We have the brand new, beautiful, stunning Norvina palette. This is what it looks like inside, although I'm sure most of you clicking on this video already know what it looks like. This retails for the usual $42. So we have the entire top row full of beautiful metallic shimmery goodness and then a whole row of mattes, which I can fully appreciate because I love mattes and shimmers equally, so it's fantastic. She also came out with a new purple liquid lipstick shade, but I didn't pick that up just because it wasn't for me, but it's really fun if you're into that whole fairy vibe. And then they also released 5 new lip gloss shades. I picked up 4 out of the 5. The 5th one in the shade Estella has blue glitter in there, and that's just not my vibe, but if that is yours, they have that option for you. And these guys retail for $16 each, so if you want to see my review on these products, get a tutorial on this look, swatches, all that good stuff, go ahead and keep watching. Alright, so I'm going to be starting off with the eyes as per usual, and I'm going to dip into the shade Incense, and my eyes are all prepped and primed, by the way. Ooh. There's a lot of kickback, but that's pretty much what I'm used to with Anastasia shadows. So you just gotta dip in with the light hand, but it's really not a big deal. And I'm gonna be using this as my transition shade. I'm absolutely dying to use the purples in this palette, but that's literally like all I see people using. So I wanna do a different look than what you guys have already seen, just because YouTube and Instagram are literally flooded with purple makeup looks. So I wanted to give you guys just another option. So I'm sorry if that's a disappointment to you guys, but I'd be more than happy to play this palette again if I like it and show you guys a purple option. So far as I'm blending out this color, I don't know if you guys can tell, but there's like this one patch right here on my eye that it's looking a little patchy. It's a little bit darker than the rest. It's very minimal though. It's not a huge deal. So I think I really want to work with the pinks in the palette today just because I feel like I haven't done a really girly pink look in a while. And I think those are definitely some of the standout shades in this palette as well. Like this shade, Wild Child, is such a stunning, like fairy-like princess Barbie pink. Yeah, I'm kind of having the same issues on this eye because I feel like it's just not giving me that perfect blend and is depositing more pigment in certain parts of my eye and then like not blending in others. I mean, this is just my transition shade, so hopefully the colors that I use over the lid kind of will cover that up, but it's just something I'm noticing along the way. And then with a nice big fluffy brush, I want to add a little bit more warmth into this look, so I'm going to pick up the shade Eccentric. Yeah, this shade that I'm dipping into already has way less kickback in the pan than Incense did, so I'm just going to kind of run this over the entire area. I can already tell you I'm liking this shade much better. It's blending perfectly. So now that I have that all blended out, I really want to do a half cut crease. So I'm going to use my Makeup Revolution concealer. So I like to start this at the base of my eye and look up so then it transfers and then it tells you basically where to map out your cut crease. So I like to focus the majority of the product in the intersection, and then with the remaining leftover product on their brush, pretty much when there's nothing left, I just use that to kind of blur out the edges, just like that. So now that that is all laid down, I'm going to dip into the shade Wild Child, which is going to be the star of the show. I'm going to place this in the inner portion of that half cut crease. I'm just going to use my finger to apply this just to make it a little bit more intense. Oh yeah. It makes the world of a difference. And then with a detail brush with some MAC Fix Plus, I'm just going to do some like fine tuning and really sharpen up the edges that I couldn't reach with my finger. Then I'm going to pick the tiniest bit of the shade Rose Gold, which is a repeat shade. This is in their Soft Glam palette as well. And I'm just going to place this on the outer edges of that pink. I'm not going to worry about using Fix Plus or using my finger with this shade just because I want it to be a little bit more subtle than the pink to gradually blend it into the outer V. And then with the clean brush, I just gently wiggle the edges to blend it out. I will say that with Anastasia shimmer shades, you have to be a little bit careful with how much product you pack onto your eyes, because then it will start looking just a little bit chunky. So as long as you don't go in layer after layer and really build up that product, they're absolutely stunning and they apply beautifully. And then for the very outer V, I'm going to apply the shade Passion. So with a very light hand, just because it's easier to add than to erase. And then I like to just further blend out the edges with a big clean fluffy brush. So I just finished off the rest of my makeup, so now we can move on to the lower lash line, and I'm going to dip into the shade Passion, the same color that we use in the outer V. And I'm just going to place this in the outer corner and meet it up with the shade up top. And then I'm hoping I don't regret this, but if it turns out well, I think it'll look really cool. But I just need to take a little bit of a purple, like I just have to. It's calling me. It's not the whole makeup look. It's fine. It's my channel. It's fine. So I'm going to dip into the shade Celestial, and I'm just going to run this all along the lower lash line. Actually, I think that looks really cool. That was a good choice. I'm just going to take a tiny bit on my finger. Oh, yeah. Whoa! That really made an impact. So I just threw on a little bit of mascara, and I'm actually so glad that I popped on that purple. I just think it's a little fun touch. Then I'm going to be dipping into the shade Dreamer, just as my inner corner highlight. Ooh! Girl, yes. Alright, so now that the eye makeup is done, I'm going to be zooming you guys in even closer, just because with the lip glosses, they're not super pigmented, like bang, boom color. Obviously I haven't tried them yet, but just based on swatches that I've seen online, they look like clear glosses just jam-packed with multi-dimensional glitter. So I'm going to zoom you guys in super close just so you can see the fine details of all the shades. Alright, so this first shade is called Luna, and this has yellow gold sparkles throughout the gloss. If you want to be pulling Greek goddess vibes, this is the shade I would grab. It's so unbelievably beautiful. And I'm also going to be shining my phone light on these just so it's a little bit easier for you guys to see the glitter. This next one is in the shade Sunscape, and this one definitely has a little bit more base pigment than the previous shade. It gives my lips a really pretty peachy tint, but then has really finely milled gold sparkles. Next we have the shade Freya. When you compare the swatches of all these lip glosses, this one has the slightest bit of a bronzy tint, but then is jam-packed with lots of pink and gold shimmers. And then the last one is in the shade Venus. This one is super similar to Freya. Honestly, you don't need both of them. They both have gold and pink glitter throughout the gloss, but if anything, Freya, like I said earlier, just has the tiniest bit of a bronze tint to it. And the pink glitter in this Venus shade is just a little bit more baby doll looking, a little bit brighter. Alright you guys, so now for my final thoughts on the collection. We'll start off with the Norvina palette. I'm so happy she came out with a pinky purple palette. It's so fun and girly and different to what she's come out with in her brand. I'm obsessed with these shadows. You guys know Anastasia has their eyeshadow formula in my heart. Every single shade I used today performed beautifully except for this shade. This one was not my favorite, as you guys saw along the way. We just had a few complications. I would rate it a C, so it's passing. You can work with it, but it could be better. So I say that if this is your kind of color story, go for it, grab it. As for the glosses, Anastasia has one of my favorite gloss formulas. For some reason, I feel like these are less thick than her formula I've tried previous to these. I have the shade Undress, which is super popular in their collection, and I feel like it's a little bit more thick feeling, not like goopy or blah, but these feel so moisturizing and light on the lips. I'm really obsessed with these. You definitely don't need the whole collection, because even in the lip swatches where I zoomed you guys up super close, I feel like they look super similar. My absolute favorite has to be Luna. There's just something about this color that looks very Greek goddess, and I just love gold whenever it's incorporated into makeup. It's just my favorite. So this summer collection was an absolute hit for me, minus the purple liquid lipstick, but these products are so fun and beautiful, so they have my stamp of approval. So that is all for me today. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed, make sure to give this video a big thumbs up and make sure to subscribe down below if you haven't already. If you might want to see me in any more videos, I'd appreciate it so much. Hope you guys are having an amazing day, and I hope to see you in my next video. Bye!